All right, let's talk about it. We're going to dive into one of the trickiest balancing acts in anyone's life, really. That super complex and, let's be honest, often tense relationship between a man's wife and his mother. If you have ever felt caught right in the middle, then this is for you. Because getting this right, it's absolutely crucial for a peaceful home.
And this is such a beautiful idea, isn't it? It's the ideal. The thought that marriage isn't about subtracting someone from a family, but about adding someone to it. You're not losing a son, you're gaining a daughter. It's just a wonderfully hopeful way to look at things.
But, as we all know, that beautiful ideal doesn't always line up perfectly with reality. That family expansion can sometimes create, well, new pressure points, new friction, where the old world and the new world just kind of collide.
And that friction, it almost always seems to center on the two most important women in a man's life, the one who raised him and the one he's chosen to build his entire future with. And when they don't see eye to eye, man, it can feel like a little earthquake is going off right in the center of your world.
This just puts the man in an incredibly tough spot. And it's not really about choosing sides, is it? It's more like you feel your heart being pulled in two totally different directions. And the crazy part is, both sides have a totally legitimate claim on it.
I mean, think about it. On one hand, you've got your mother. That connection is primal. It's built on a whole lifetime of care and sacrifice. And on the other hand, you have your wife. She's your partner, she's your now, and she is your future. Both of these relationships are so important, which is exactly why it's so painful when they're in conflict. And then the complaints start to roll in, From your mother, you might hear something like this. And really it's about more than just a hello. It's usually about a perceived loss of respect, a feeling that her place in the family is changing, and maybe not for the better.
And then from your wife, you might hear this. And again, this isn't really just about who does the dishes. It's about feeling devalued or controlled, or like she's not the woman of her own house. And just like that, you are stuck, right in the middle of these two really powerful, competing stories.
So, what do? What's the move? Well, here's the absolute key. You have to stop seeing yourself as the judge who has to pick a winner. It's time for a major shift in thinking. You've got a new and honestly a much more powerful role to play.
This right here is the core principle. You can absolutely honor your parents without it coming at the expense of your wife's dignity. They are not mutually exclusive. It's not an either-or situation. Finding that balance, that's the real key.
And this idea, this image, explains your new role perfectly. You are the bridge. Now think about it. What does a bridge do? It doesn't pick a side of the river. It connects two separate pieces of land, right? It allows traffic to flow between them. That's your job, to connect these two essential people in your life to create understanding and mutual respect. So let's get really clear on this. You are the bridge, not the judge handing down a verdict. You are the peacemaker, not the battleground where they fight their wars. And you are the leader of your family, definitely not the scorekeeper, tallying up who's right and who's wrong. This is your new job description.
Okay, so that's the what. We get it. Be the bridge. But what about the how? How do you actually build this bridge? Well, it all comes down to a strategy of communicating with both wisdom and grace.
Here's a simple 3-step game plan. It's all about speaking the truth to both women, but, and this is important, tailoring your approach. With your mom, you lead with love and respect. With your wife, you lead with grace and partnership. So why the different approaches? Well, it's because they often have very different underlying fears.
Okay, let's break this one down. When you talk to your mother, you start by affirming your connection. Mama, I love you. You say that first. You're speaking directly to her potential fear of being replaced or forgotten. You reassure her of her place in your heart before you say anything else. And only then do you gently but firmly set the boundary. But please, allow her to be herself. See, you're not attacking, you're just protecting your wife and your new family.
Now, with your wife, the approach is all about partnership. You start by affirming your bond, my love. You're reminding her that you two are a team. Then you offer perspective, not an excuse. That's my mother. But the key word here, the magic word, is let's. Let's correct her with grace. It's not, you need to be nicer. No way. It's, we, together, are going to handle this. You're taking the burden off of her and putting it on the two of you as a united team.
When you get right down to it, all of this work is for one reason: to build a strong, stable, and peaceful home. And that kind of home doesn't just happen by accident. No, it's built piece by piece on a foundation of wisdom.
Think of your life like a house. Your mother, she's your foundation. She's your past, your roots, where you came from. Your wife,
She's the building itself. She is your present and your future. A wise man knows you need both to have a complete and sturdy home. You need the foundation and you need the structure. Both have to be honored.
And this is maybe the biggest takeaway of all. If you are still thinking in terms of winning and losing an argument, you are playing the wrong game. Peace in your home isn't a victory you win over someone else. It's a state of being that you achieve when you, as the leader, choose wisdom over your own ego.
So I'll just leave you with this question. Every conversation, every conflict, every little disagreement presents this choice. Will you be the strong, steady bridge that connects these two very important worlds? Or will you be the broken, muddy ground where they wage their war? The choice is yours.